Welcome back to my chronic illness journey, part 15. So, this might actually be the last update until I start going back to get back on the roll of testing and doctors again. Which means it won't be until I get my health insurance. It's just all part of what's connected to this. Two things. One, since my move, I have been trying to get state health insurance because I currently don't have a job. And uh, I've been applying for work, but I haven't found work yet. And uh, it was pending for like 2 months, just sitting and pending. Like, no new news, no one's contacting me. And I finally called up and was like, what's going on? And I was literally told that someone had forgotten to send it to the supervisor it needed to go to. Sorry about that. And then I get a call back, finally get a call back. I talk to them and they want a bunch of my medical paperwork. So here I am, 3 months now, with the status of that still pending and completely unable to get to any of the specialists, get new equipment, get replacement parts for my CPAP, get any of my medications for 3 months now because for 2 months they it was just in limbo, and now for the last month I've been having to go call and gather paperwork so I can talk to them, give them this paperwork, and hopefully finally get on health insurance so I can start going to the doctors again. Meanwhile, and this is part of it. I said way back at the end of my one about 2020 is that in 2021 I applied for disability. I have my I went through 3 appeals and then it was escalated. I was working with a advocacy group and they sent me to a lawyer when they saw the third time what they said in their third time of saying basically they kept coming back at me that they felt that people could make accommodations for my conditions. You have these conditions, but we're sure you can find a company to make accommodations, is what I kept getting in the appeals. And we kept appealing that because I'm like, loss of job. Exactly what job do you think is going to accept me with my various conditions? You know, and it's not supposed to just be about being able to have a job for a few weeks or a couple of months. It's supposed to be about whether or not I can have a permanent, reliable, you know, job. If you look at what it says, it does not say just like okay you can work occasionally. It's supposed to be about being able to sustain yourself, and if you can't, you're supposed to be able to get help. And all these jobs I've lost because of this over the years. Even after I applied, I got the call center job and I had it for exactly 2 months and a half to 2 months before I lost it again because of my conditions. But they kept coming back with, we're sure someone will accommodate you. Yes, we agree that you have all these conditions, but someone will be able to accommodate you so you can work. And the final one was like, well, we don't feel that your paperwork shows consistently that you have these conditions. And I was like, and they were literally like, you didn't talk about this condition when you visited the emergency room here or the doctor here. I was like, I was in the emergency room because I had bronchitis. Why would I talk about my legs when I'm there about my lungs? And these visits to my PCP, she knows my conditions. She knows them. They're marked right down there. I don't need to talk to her about conditions she knows I have. If I'm there to see her for something beyond a regular checkup, I'm there for something else and talking about another problem. And half the time, if you go to the doctors, you're not supposed to talk about multiple conditions in the same time. They want you to have separate appointments for your separate conditions. So I was like, this doesn't make any sense. And the advocacy group agreed, and they recommended me out to a lawyer who raised my case. And the case, I'm still waiting for news on it all. So yes, my case for disability has been still ongoing from 2021, and it's currently 2026. Isn't that great? Um, Meanwhile, my case for disability has been going for over 4 years, and my me trying to get health insurance has been going for 3 months. So, yeah, that's well, that's great, just great. Um, so yeah, that is where things currently stand. 15 parts later, we are caught up to date to as things stands with my chronic health journey in end of January 2026. So going forward, if there's any sort of updates, um, make a video about it and add to it. Thanks for sticking around and listening to me talk about all this. Bye now.